Welcome to the Zen platform. Today's walkthrough is for Shared Services West users. We log in here with our username and password. We appear automatically at the Report Card tab. Today's video, we're going to walk through the summary and detailed reports on this tab, as well as the Query tab. The Explore, Bridges, and Sources tabs are covered in an administrator video separately. We're going to start with the summary report. In order to create one of these dynamic reports, we're going to have to filter down so that we can get to the results that we're looking for. We choose a particular model, particular procedure, a specific site, and any number of doctors that might be of interest to us. What's happening behind the scenes is that the report is being dynamically created in real time from the filters that you chose. The purpose of this particular report is to compare procedure costs by item category per surgeon to hopefully help reduce costs per procedure. These few seconds of wait time will save you hours of tedious manual work. You'll see. The simplified dynamic nature means that you can create as many different reports as you like with whatever filters that you're interested in minutes. So here's the summary report results. We've got our list of item categories, the 4 doctors that we chose, the total category cost, and the lowest cost per region, network, and site. If we take a look here, the PACS is really the highest cost item, and it looks like in the other areas the lowest cost is at $29.90, so there's a huge difference here. The other high cost is here at tubing, and we can see that the variance between these physicians and the lowest cost physician is very high. We can go then and export this into an Excel sheet. So that we can use this for a conversation with the doctors. If we're interested in going back and modifying the report card, we can just go and choose, I want to have different doctors, whatever. But I'm actually interested in finding out about those PACs. So let's go over to the Query tab. We have to choose a model just like on the other page. And then we can choose the items that we're interested in putting into our question. So we're looking at the category of PACs. Yeah, they're in there. I want to see it with the cost, with the description of the items, which doctors used it, at which sites, and what network were they associated to. Okay, so now I have all my information here in the center, and you'll see that there's a count next to each one of these. This is saying how many items do I have in this context. So if I wanted to look at the PACs here, I can see the list of costs that have to do with the PACs, and everything else got minimized to only what's associated to this item that we've chosen. But what's very interesting to me is that there's this super high cost and a very low cost. So in here there's such differences. What I'd like to choose is the highest cost and find out where does it come from. It's called custom, and it's only in the Osler network at this particular site. So all these doctors, when they do knee arthroscopy, they order this pack. What about the second highest cost? I think it was this one. It's also a custom pack, but it's for THP in the M and Q sites, and all these doctors use those. It's a very interesting information, and what I can then go do is say I want the records of all of this, and I can see here which doctor used it and what the cost was, and for each site. And I can go and ask whatever types of questions that I want. So if I want to break it down per network, Now everything is minimized to that network. Now let's choose a multi-select. I want to know what's happening at 2 different sites at the same time. So I highlight the box, but I have to make sure that I only choose the items that are associated to this particular network. I know that these 3 are the ones. I want M and Q. So now everything else is going to be related to M or Q sites. Now I could see all of my doctors, and if there's a particular doctor I was looking for, like Taromi, I can just start with my T. That's the one. So now I have Taromi. He's part of one of these 2 sites, we don't know which, and he's part of this network. And here are the categories and all the information that goes along with him. When we go to the records, we can see that he actually was at both sites, Q and M, and we've got all the details of everything associated to him. Here we cannot export, it's for viewing only. So now let's go back to the report card and see the detailed physician report. We can even take a look at that Taromi fellow. So we're at Shared Services West, Model, the knee arthroscopy procedure, the particular site. He was at M and Q. Let's just choose M. And that particular doctor's name was Taromi. Now, it's going to take a little bit longer than the last report card because it has way more calculations and way more information in there. What it's doing is formulating all of the items and all of the specific details that have to do with this particular surgeon, and creating all the calculations that have to do with costing and comparisons and variances, and color coding everything for us. So once we are able to export it, we can basically sit down with the particular physician and show him his report card to say, this is what you're costing the hospital for your procedure. And do you want to change something here? With the column that says, yes, I'm willing to make a modification on this. And like the other report card, it's being dynamically created behind the scenes from the filters that we just chose. We're going to be able to export it, and we can take a look right now. The detailed physician report results. This M site, this particular surgeon, the cost that he is about $261.44 for surgery, and there are 15 items in his list of on his preference card. The difference between him and the lowest cost physician is $150.83. So there's a lot of cost saving opportunities here. If we scroll down, we can see all of the items in this report, and the agreement to switch to lowest is sitting there as well, so that when we export it, we can allow the doctor to say yes or no. The tubing, this was the high cost in here. And the packs is this one that he chose, $75.46. So it's not the highest price, but it's definitely a lot more than the lowest price. So we can then just export it to Excel, and we have it to go and sit down and talk with our doctor with. So that's basically the walkthrough of this interface. I hope you enjoy it, and I hope it saves you lots of time. Have a great day.